Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Eating While Broke. I'm your host, Coline Witt, and today we have very special guest. Brooklyn Queen is in the building.
Hey.
Influencer, podcaster, recording artist, over 260 million collective views and growing. Over 1.2 million on YouTube, over 1.8 on Instagram. Like, you have cracked the cardinal code of social media following. In addition, you've been in this game since you were like 12. Well, before 12, I would imagine. 12 is when we started watching
12 is like when I started popping off.
Oh, okay. So you've been around for a long time. Yeah. So usually I get nervous with younger guests. I'm always like, I don't know what this story is going to be. But everyone has told me, like, your story is going to be very, very good and very, very interesting as a young person in the game. But before we get into your story, I would love for you to tell me what you were eating when you were in your humble beginnings.
Okay, so I always ate tacos. The family always eat tacos. Okay. Until this day, we still do because I just feel like you can't go wrong with that. That's something that I've learned to make when I was younger to like cook for my brothers and stuff like that. So we're going to make the queen tacos.
Before we get into your tacos, you're from Detroit.
Yeah.
They eat a lot of tacos in Detroit?
I mean, my family does. I'm Mexican.
Okay, I was going to say.
Black and white.
You're black, so, you're Mexican, black, and white.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I grew up eating Mexican food all the time.
Okay.
But this is just the one that I've learned how to make.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, tell me the ingredients of these tacos.
Okay, so we're going to do the tacos with turkey meat now. I'm glad that you swapped it out because I stopped eating ground beef tacos. Okay. I had like a really bad experience with something. So it was just like, can't eat it anymore. So we got ground beef. We have cheese, flour tortillas, and then the seasonings. I don't eat taco seasoning. So we got garlic powder, onion powder, Lawry's, and then we got some salsa over here.
Yes. And I have never made tacos without using taco seasoning, so I will be learning from you.
Okay.
If it's really good. And then you have the flour tortillas versus corn tortillas.
Yes. Yeah,
okay, so I'm going to learn about that too.
Because we're going to fry them.
We're going to fry them.
Yeah.
Do you need more than one pot?
Do you have another pan?
I can hook you up.
Okay.
So take me back to what was going on during the taco time. While you cook, of course.
Okay. So
I haven't eaten lunch.
And we're going to cook and talk?
Yep, cook and talk.
Oh, so you're hungry. So you're
I'm
basically
hungry.
saying, like, hurry up.
Hurry. No, don't burn us. Don't burn us down. By the way, guys, you have to check out her nails. They're so cute.
Okay, let me make sure it's turned on.
We have no insurance, so please. I make a joke over here, but Katie, our producer, one time we told her the stove was hot, or we didn't know if it was hot, and she went like this, and we was like, "Oh, Katie, what would have happened if it was hot?"
My gosh. Okay, I'm gonna be safe. I promise.
Okay.
All right, so we're just gonna start with the
browning of the meat.
Yes.
So, how far back are we gonna go with this dish? Like, are you just going a young, teeny bopper baby you?
Yeah. I mean, I have been eating tacos since I can remember.
Yeah.
So, I mean, growing up, my mom would make them, and it's like just an easy dish that you can make in like 30 minutes.
Is your mom Mexican?
Yeah, my mom's Mexican and white, so that's where
Mexican
I get it
and
from.
white, and then your dad's black.
Yeah.
Okay, are they still together, 2-parent household?
Yes.
Oh.
They are still together.
Dang.
I think they've been married for 18 years because I was already born before they got married. So yeah,
you have
it's
siblings?
been 18 years. Yeah, I have 4 brothers.
Dang, are you the only girl?
I am.
And you're the oldest?
No, I'm not. I'm like in the middle between all of them.
Oh, so they had a couple and then they got married. Okay,
well,
we telling all your parents' business.
So my dad had a kid.
Okay.
And then my mom had a kid.
Okay.
Separately.
Okay.
They got together, had me, my younger brother.
Okay.
And then I have a cousin, but I claim him as my brother. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So
I just feel like this is not cooking.
Is it because it's not high up enough?
I don't know if it's on.
Girl?
It is on.
Girl? Oh.
Okay.
If you touch that stove, it's cooking. It's cooking. I promise you, I see the heat coming up.
Okay. We're just going to leave it and let it simmer.
Yeah, let it sit.
Let it simmer a little bit.
So you grew up in this beautiful two-parent household in Detroit?
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me just break it all down from the very beginning.
Yes, please.
Basically, both of my parents are from, like, one of the worst parts in Detroit, Brightmo. I'm from Brightmo as well, but I moved out of there. Like, we moved by the time, like, all I remember really is our new home. But, like, everyone thinks, like, oh, they left the hood and they're, like, in this glamorized neighborhood, whatever. It was not like that. We just got into, like, a little better situation, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so we just lived life. Everyone was just, I guess I'm gonna just call it normal, because like that's all I know. Like, it was just normal. But like, everyone's like, oh, you got out of the hood and like you're rich and all of this. Like, no, like we were still like struggling.
So
like,
what were your parents doing for work?
My mom was a nail tech.
Okay. Oh, did she do your nails?
No, she didn't do these, but she did my nails like since I was younger. Like, I was freaking 4 years old with like my nails and toes all stoned out. Like, my mom really, I gotta show you some of her work, because like you see my nails when I walked in. I gotta show you.
Okay.
But yeah, so she did nails, and she was really the one that was putting food on the table.
Oh, I was about to say, what'd your dad do?
Well, he was just, I guess you would call it like a stay-at-home dad.
Okay.
But like, he would just take care of the whole family, because like my grandma was sick. Just like taking care of my younger sibling. Like, that's basically what he did. Like, he's really like Superman for real. Because like me and my mom, fast forward, me and my mom had to like go on the road for my career. Yeah. And she just dropped her career for me. Like,
so before we get into that, how old were you when you started showing signs of, this is what I want to do?
I was 5.
You were 5. And where did this influence come from?
My parents would like just play music around me all the time. So I grew up listening to music, all different types.
Oh, okay.
Like, and it's crazy. Like, my dad listens to country music, or he'll listen to like hip hop or like pop. And then my mom listened to like Biggie and Tupac and freaking Bob C. Like, it was like a variety of all different sounds, me growing up. So like, you play any song right now, I'm probably gonna know it.
Okay.
But yeah, and then they would like play around in the studio, because they had like friends who did music and stuff like that. They would play around and like make their own songs just to listen to themselves. Like, they didn't want to become like no big time rapper, but so they would just make songs and listen to themselves. And then I had ended up doing a talent show in elementary school. I was in kindergarten. And so they like wrote me a rap for me to do, and I did the talent show, and everybody in the audience was like just screaming my name, because like there was a part of the song and I'm like, Rock with Brooklyn or something. I don't remember the song, but everyone had to like chant my name. And once I heard that and I was on that stage, like that was the moment that I knew like I need to be on a stage for the rest of my life. Wow. Like, I need to be doing this. I love entertaining people, whether it's like me making music or me dancing or acting or anything, or just being funny. Like, I just love entertaining people.
Okay. Yeah. So they start to see at 5 and in elementary school that, well, I'm sure they were in the audience when that happened, right?
Yeah, they were.
Did they have that epiphany too, that something was magical just happened?
Yeah, I mean, my mom always tells me like, I knew you were going to be a star. That's why I named you Brooklyn. And I'm just like, okay, girl. But yeah, so she said she always knew that I was going to be doing something like entertainment-wise. And that's what I do.
So then what's the next steps from you experiencing that? Are you starting to have conversations with your parents about what you want to be when you grow up?
No, it was basically just like my mom would have me rapping on like Instagram and stuff.
Okay.
Or like Facebook, I guess, on her page. And then I had actually made a real song when I was 8. She was like, you want to go to the studio? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. So I go to the studio and I make my first song. And I don't even remember what the song was. Oh, I do remember, actually. There's a group from Detroit called Doughboys Cash Out. And my uncle was in the group. And they had like one of the biggest songs in Detroit, and it's called Good Ass Day. And I remade it for my 8th birthday party. So I can perform at my own birthday party. And so I make the song or whatever, and that was like the first song that I had made actually in the studio. So then fast forward, that's like I make a few other songs, whatever, and then I get with the label, and because my mom like did the label CEO's wife's nails. So I get with the label or whatever, and they just invited me out to Florida because like they were working with other artists or whatever. And they're like, yeah, you can come and like see what it is to like be in the studio, stuff like that. So we go, and I was just there like, okay, this is fun. Like seeing other people work in the studio, you know, like just getting the feel of everything. And so one of the artists were like fucking up in the studio. Like they just wanted to, you know what the rap game is? That like old show.
Oh yeah, I think I remember
with like
that,
all the kids. So he wanted to just stop working in the studio because one of the episodes came out, and he just wanted to watch the show. And so they were like, okay, you can go home and watch the show. And they called me. Well, they called my mom, and it was like 2 a.m, right? And I'm asleep. And they're like, does Brooklyn want to come to the studio and make a song? And I'm like 11 at the time. This is like fast forward. And so my mom's like, well, she's asleep. It's 2 a.m. Yeah. Like, what do you mean? So then they're like, just ask her if she wants to come. So she wakes me up, and she's like, do you want to go to the studio? And I'm like, yeah. Like,
You're hilarious. You're hilarious.
Like, what? Like, of course I want to go to the studio. So I go to the studio, and that's when I make like.
I'm trying to think, what grade are you in when you're 11? Like.
I was in the 6th grade.
Okay.
Yeah. So mind you, I was still in school at the time and had to end up leaving school after all of this. But so I go into the studio, and that's when I make my first hit song.
What does your dad say when your mom's like, hey, we're going to the studio at 2 a.m? Is this while you were in Florida?
It's like, yeah, this is while I was in Florida.
Okay.
It's like my dad really just wants to see me live my dream and be successful. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's like, I don't know anyone to this day whose husband would let their wife go with their daughter and just travel the world for however long, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's a normal thing that people do. So, so we're in Florida. I go make my first hit song, and that was called Kiki Taught Me, and it's over like 70 million views now. Well, probably more. I haven't checked it in a minute. But once like...
You still getting paid off that? Or were you getting paid off that, or what?
You know what's crazy? This is when we get into ups and downs.
Okay.
This is when we get to ups and downs.
70 million views.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I make that song. I make a few other songs. They all went viral, over millions of views.
Yeah.
And then my mom asked me, she's like, is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? Like studio at 2 a.m. and like all of this. And I'm like, yeah. Like, what do you mean? Hilarious. Is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? Of course. Because it's something I love. Yeah. Like, I love making music. And it's just fun to me. It doesn't feel like a job because it's just fun. Okay, we're about to add in the season.
Go ahead, girl. So she asked you this while you're in Florida, like, hey, is this the life you want? Yeah. And you're like, hell yeah.
Yes.
Now, at the time, you're around adults. There's no kids around, so there's literally nothing fun going on except for
there was one kid who, sorry. There was
sorry to all the listeners.
There was one kid, and he was like a year older than me. It's like we would do some fun stuff, but normally it was just work. Okay. Like we would just be working.
And it would just be you guys, adults in the studio. That's a lot of Lowrys.
No, it's not. I promise.
Oh my goodness.
I promise it's not.
Every black guest to shame just now with them.
I promise it's not a lot.
I'm trusting you because I ain't never cooked the taco meat without taco seasoning. So I'm learning. Teach me, Brooklyn.
I just don't like the flavor of taco seasoning. Like, something is wrong with it. Yeah. Like, I used to eat it when I was younger, but growing up, like, I just realized, like, ew, this shit is nasty.
Then why is the taco packet sauce so important to you then?
Because it's the sauce, the Taco Bell sauce. Like, growing up, we didn't have, like, we might not have had, like, the guacamole and the lettuce and all that. It was just meat and cheese. Yeah. So when we would go, like, to Taco Bell, we would ask for the packets, and we keep them in, like, a drawer at the house. To this day, we still have Taco Bell
we forgot packets. It, by the way. We hurt you with that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But
I thought it was an interesting request.
Yeah. But, like, the mild sauce, the hot sauce, whatever.
So it's just the sauces. Yeah. That you like. Okay.
It's just the sauce.
Not trying to derail this story. So she comes to you. She says, hey, 11-year-old you, is this what you want to sign up for the rest of your life? And you say, hell to the yes.
Yes.
Okay. So then what happens next?
So then I'm just like this kid internet sensation. And then I end up going on the road, going on tour.
Well, back up. It wasn't that overnight, was it?
You know how they say things don't happen overnight? Yeah. This actually, like, when I posted my first song, like, it literally happened overnight. Like, the views were just coming in and coming in and coming in. And, you know, it was crazy because it's like, all these people want to watch me. Like, I wasn't expecting it to happen like that fast, but it actually happened that fast.
Now, do you think your parents were prepared for that type of turnaround?
I don't think so. I don't think anyone was prepared. Like,
okay.
I just think, like, they were like, okay, we're just going to put this little girl in the studio. We'll see what she can do.
Okay.
And then, like, they seen what I could do. And it, like, just went crazy after that. So when I went on tour, I went on a radio run.
Okay.
And I was just promoting, like, all my songs or whatever. And then the views just kept going and going and going. So we're like, okay, we'll do a tour. I did, let me think. I don't know if I signed before I went on tour.
Yeah, I signed. I'm sure someone tried to capitalize immediately,
I signed with the label that I went down to Florida with. Mm-hmm. And then we did a Rock Nation tour.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was performing at the House of Blues, like, in Houston and Chicago, like, and all my dates were sold out. All my tour dates. Mind you, I'm 12, and all my tour dates are, like,
Brooklyn,
sold out.
Man.
So we're like, wait, this is kind of crazy. But the whole time, I'm just like...
So that's what the vegetable oil was for. Okay, you're teaching me how to cook. Okay, go ahead.
So the whole time, I'm just like, this is just fun. I'm traveling, and I get to perform my songs to, like, all these little kids who love me. Mm-hmm. So it was just... I don't know. It was normal. It was fun.
What was the money looking like?
That's where we get into some deep shit right there. So
this is where the tip of the roller coaster starts to go down?
Yeah. So.
And your mom, is she full-time at this point?
Yeah. She's full-time.
But, and then, so who's paying for everything? Because your dad is managing the family, right?
Right.
So then,
the label was paying for it, but the label had put me with a manager. Mm-hmm. And he was just, like, the worst ever. At first, it was great. Mm-hmm. Like, I felt like I attached to him and his wife. Like, we were family, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so, like, the tour, going on tour, this is when, like, I ended up falling out with my manager and his wife, is because he didn't want me to perform the song that started me, like, being an artist on my tour.
The one that got you over 70 million views overnight?
No. The one I said I made for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
So, mind you, I wasn't performing this song in any other city. When I went home, it was my birthday show on the tour. So I'm like, let me perform my birthday song.
And you're a Detroit native with a Detroit song, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, okay.
So I'm like, let me perform it. He wouldn't let me perform it. He wouldn't let none of my family come backstage. He wouldn't let my family into the venue. Like, it was really bad. Like, I don't know where.
How old was this guy?
He was old as hell. He was like,
how did he get that much say-so?
Age, I guess.
How did he get that much say-so as a manager, though?
I don't know. But mind you, my mom, this is new to us.
Yeah.
So it's not like she knew, like, what was going on. Yeah. And, like, finding out after we left him, like, wait, my YouTube makes money? Where I'm putting out this video that got.
What do you mean finding out? You guys didn't know?
No, we didn't know. I didn't know that YouTube made money. So
did your parents not know either?
No, we didn't.
They saw all those views, but you knew how many views it was getting.
Yeah.
So wait, back up. This is the thing that scares me about the industry right here. Because people always come up to me and my daughter, and they're always like, put her in the industry. And I'm like, there's something that goes on when you have a young kid in the industry where at some point management or something intervenes and they separate the parents from the child.
That's what was, like, they were trying to do.
Yeah, that's
like, they would be in my ear, like, this is when, like, I'm on tour for, like, radio runs. They'd be in my ear, and they'll be like, yeah, like, when you start making money, like, don't give any to your mom. Like, that's yours. Like, she shouldn't be getting anything. They would, like, try to just take me and leave my mom home. Like, tell my mom, like, in her ear, like, oh, you need to go home, like, with your husband and your other kids. Like, just leave her with us. No, thank you. We're not doing that.
Did your mom say that?
Yeah, she said no, for sure. Like,
there was never a time where she released the reins?
No, my mom never left me.
Okay.
Like, since I turned 18 was recently the first time that my mom didn't go with me out of town. Like, now that I'm older, I can travel, by myself and things like that. But, like, she never left my side. Okay. And I'm glad she didn't, because
God knows what happened.
Yeah, you never know.
Let me tell you, it happens with the boys, too. But they don't tell, if you look at the history of, like, mindless behavior, B2K, like,
What's crazy is when I was younger, I opened up for them, their concert.
Oh, really? Yeah. Which one, mindless or B2K?
Mindless behavior.
Yeah, whatever happened. Yeah, but a lot of those kids, a lot of bad stuff happens because the parents, like,
aren't there.
Look at Justin Bieber. Yeah. It happened to him. Like, they just release and let go. Yeah. But I think it happens more so to the boys than the girls for some strange reason. People just, I guess, think the little boys are safe, but they're usually not.
Exactly.
So at this show, is that the moment where your parents and you start to say something's wrong with this management team, when they start to just say they don't allow your parents to come backstage and all that?
Yeah, what's crazy is after that show happened, we never talked to them ever again. Like, ever. Like, they just cut all communication. So it's like, okay, now we have to get into my YouTube channel and all of this through the label. And then that's when we figure out, like, oh, I was making money. Whole time, my manager had put, like, his bank information in and shit like that in the back end of YouTube. So it was all going to him.
So you actually get the logins and you start to see how much money he's making. Now, at the time, how much money were you making in comparison to how much he was making?
I wasn't making anything. And he...
But wait, when you were on tour, you weren't making anything?
I mean, they didn't give me no money. It's crazy.
This man tells you, hey, when you make money, don't give it to your parents. And the whole time, he has you working
the whole time
for free.
I was making money, but he was taking it. Yeah. To the point, like, we're on the road, like, for tour. And I'm wondering, like, when I first met them, they were wearing, like, Target outfits, Target T-shirts, stopping at Target. And now we're stopping at Chanel. But they're leaving me and my mama in the car while they're going into Chanel buying bags and shit. And I'm
Get
like...
Get the heck out. No way.
Like,
no way.
What the hell? Like,
Brooklyn, no way.
We were just, at Target buying Target underwear, and now we're at Chanel? Crazy.
And are you and your mom, like, financially kind of being frugal at the time to make things work? Because she gave up your job? Or
I mean, like, we would get, like...
You're like, I don't like that stove?
Yeah, it was not working. Okay. We would get, what is it called? Per diems? You know what that is?
Yeah.
So, it was just, looking back, it's all janky. It's so janky now that I'm realizing telling the story. We would get per diems, and I think we would get, like, $50 a day for, like, food or something. Maybe it was $100, whatever. But it's coming from the label going to my manager and then coming to us. So he would pocket 25 of the 50 off of each of me and my mom. Goodness. So then he would take that, and we would only get, like, $25 each to, like, eat every day.
And I'm guessing your parents probably thought this is, like, what the normal road to success is, right?
Yeah,
because even though you are selling out shows and have over 70 million views and millions of followers on social media.
Yeah. Crazy.
So when did the record label find out all this was happening?
Once we parted ways with the manager is when they found out. Because, like, the CEO of the label, like, he just trusted the guy and, like, you know, let him handle everything. So it was like.
So if he made all that money, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's safe to assume that he made a bulk of the money because I'm after you hit that peak on YouTube, the rest is like a lesser growing right of views, I would imagine.
What do you mean, like?
Like he made a bulk of the money up front. Say that first video had 70 million views, right? So he made a bulk of the money on that video up front.
But it still calculates money.
Okay. So you're still making money every day off that same video.
Yeah, but I'm not getting it now anyway, so.
Why?
Girl.
Why?
Too much shit. Let's just say.
No. How? You got the accounts. Did the record label say that you have to recoup or something?
No. But I had signed to a different label. It was 300, right?
300 what?
Entertainment,
the label. Okay, yeah, okay.
I had signed to them, and like they were, I don't even know if I could say this, but I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
They were taking all of my money from songs that I didn't even make with them, as well. So I had the manager. I had the manager taking money, and then the label's taking all the money.
You don't sign nothing from this day forward.
Right? Like, I'm traumatized. I don't want to sign
anything.
Sign nothing. I don't want to sign nothing because it's like, damn, like, everything I've signed has just gone wrong.
This is terrible. So you sign a new deal, and they're taking money off the songs that you did not make with them.
Yeah. And they were taking it for 7 years.
Did you know that? Or did you find out after the 7 years?
No, we ended up finding out. But once, like, I left them, they were still taking it when they were supposed to stop. Girl, it's crazy.
First of all, they shouldn't have been taking it to begin with if they didn't make the songs with you.
I know,
correct?
But my manager had gave up the rights to my song, so.
The previous manager?
Yeah.
Okay. But wouldn't it go back to you if he gave up the rights to the songs?
Well, this is another thing. This shit is so fucked up.
This is really messed up.
This is another thing.
This is a lot of money we're talking about. We're not talking about a little bit of money.
Yeah, he, you know, like you put, like, your names down for, like, publishing?
Yeah.
On a song?
Yeah.
He didn't put my name down at all.
So.
He put his instead as, like, the writer and shit.
On your original contract, did it say he could do all this?
Girl, I don't even remember the original contract. Like,
do your parents ever talk about it? Because you were very young at the time, so I can understand you not knowing. But at some point, did they start to be like, "Hey"?
Yeah, my mom started to be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
But I mean, we didn't get any answers because the CEO of the label didn't know what was going on because he didn't handle his business. He put it in the hands of who was managing me. So
yeah,
it's crazy. It's so crazy.
The whole time you're working, and any of this, does it cause you to not want to do business with, or to not want to be in the industry?
It doesn't make me not want to be in the industry, but it makes me just not trust people.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't trust.
I wouldn't trust an adult, to be honest.
I just don't trust nobody. I feel like everybody just be doing me dirty. So.
It's actually pretty sad, to be honest.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Are you supposed to fold those in the pot, or are you supposed to fold those like that out? Is that how you do it at home?
I fold it out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Let me not burn myself. I fold it out, though.
These look good, by the way. Keep making them. Keep making them. I want at least 2 or 3 of these bad boys.
Okay, I got you.
All right. So then you lose money on the first contract with the first manager. You lose, but at this point, you do have control of your YouTube.
Yeah, I have control of my YouTube now.
Okay, and all your social media. All of your social media.
For sure. Social media, for sure. Everything is me. Okay. Everything.
And what is your mom and your dad saying during all of these transitions?
My dad really, like, he doesn't know, like, the business side for real. Like, he only knows, like, what we tell him, basically. And, like, when we tell him, he still just, like, don't understand it. But my
Is
mom.
your dad older or younger?
I think he's old.
Okay. Well,
But
yeah, of course, all kids think they parents old.
What's older
my
or
parents
younger
were like
to you?
40. I thought they were 100.
What's like older to you?
I'm just saying, were they like an older? You know how like I think DC Youngfly, he said his parents were like 60 or something when they.
No, my parents didn't hit 60 yet.
Okay. This is a lot to go through, and your mom just is not really updating him, or he's just like, I don't fully understand it.
No, he just doesn't understand it. It's like we tell him, but he just don't understand.
Okay.
Yeah, this story is a lot.
Do you still have do you have a manager currently?
Yeah.
You just said you don't trust people.
I don't. But
Why?
I trust her.
Okay.
I trust her with my life, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to the manager. I know you're in the building, but damn, these stories are very traumatic.
So, but my mom is also my manager as well. She's a momager.
Yeah.
So.
I dealt with your mom. She was very polite, very nice.
Yeah.
She knew your stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, she's...
Okay, so you have like 2 managers.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I just feel like my mom will always be a part of like managing me. Good. Just because she's been there for so long, know what I've gone through. And she's my mom. Mm-hmm. Like, no one is going to have my back as much as her.
Of course. Yeah,
you know, because she's my mom. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah. She believed in you from day one and always asked you if this is what you want to do, then she rode with it, right?
Yeah.
So who supports your family now?
What do you mean? Like,
is your mom back working?
She's not back working. Mm-hmm. Well, she is working because she works for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, her and my dad are back at home now.
Okay, so I don't want to be as delicate as humanly possible with you, Brooklyn. Okay. But would you say that technically you are
taking care of the family?
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
And how do you feel about that?
I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Does it ever feel stressful?
Yes, for sure.
Do you feel that pressure?
Like it's like I don't have no kids.
Yeah.
And I gotta work like I got 6 kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I would do anything for my family.
Of course.
Like the clothes off my back, they can have it. You know what I mean? So like, and I know where I'm going. Like I feel like I know where I'm gonna be in the next, let's say 2 years or 5 years, whatever. Like I know that I'm gonna be in a great situation. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I would be taking care of my family for the rest of my life if I could. Like if nobody wanted to do anything and just sit on their ass, even though like, y'all, like I'm talking to the little brothers, get on your shit, but like I would still take care of y'all. Like we talk all the time and they're like, Brooklyn, when you get like a mansion, whatever, we're gonna be over there. And I'm like, oh, that's fine, but what are you gonna do with like what do you want to be?
Yeah,
you know, like
because there's a especially when they're that young or younger, you know, there's that thin line where you become an enabler, and that enabler residual effect is a lot more painful than you could imagine, you know, because that's a lot of pressure as a young person.
Yeah.
Because you're also pursuing your dreams in an industry that's very fickle. So would you say your all the smoky your business acumen? I know there isn't. This, you see, we're gonna smoke it out.
It's hot as hell. I'm about to start sweating.
Okay, that's good. You made enough tacos to feed us.
Yeah. Well, you said you wanted like 2 or 3, but when you try
this,
so
what's a day in the life of you right now?
A day in the life of me right now. Well, we're in LA right now.
Yeah.
And I had to come out here to film my podcast, Girl Talk. Make sure I go check it out.
And drop what Girl Talk talks about to the listeners.
Girl Talk is basically, when you watch it, you just feel like you're there with us talking about, we literally talk about everything. Mm-hmm. Everything you can imagine. When it comes to boys, it comes to parents, periods, like deep conversations. Like we just did an episode called Losing People, and you know, we're just talking about like people that we've lost in our life and stuff like that. It's just like a wide variety of like everything. Any topic you can think of, we talk about it.
I know you guys also talk about mental health.
We do.
Are you familiar with Alicia Burney? Rest in peace.
No.
Alicia Burney, she was on our show. She was a a young influencer started around the same age as you. She just recently passed from like an asthma attack.
What?
I don't even know if I should talk about this, but one of the things that I noticed when she was on our show is she talked about how being an influencer, she was very lonely. Mm-hmm. It was something that she actually was like, there are times where I'm very lonely, or I feel alone. And she also had a lot of the same responsibilities as you. She passed way too young, but that was something that was like an underlying. If you watch the episode, you'd see like it was a very personal thing that she was constantly dealing with, even when it came to dating. She said she couldn't trust if dudes were with her because of that or
because of who she is. Yeah, I understand that for sure. That's crazy though.
Which side, the dudes or just being like semi alone or lonely?
I thank God I don't ever feel like I'm alone because I have a really good like support system. I have a lot of like good people around me. When it comes to, I won't even say just guys, but just people in general. You never know if somebody's coming into your life genuinely because they just want to be cool with you and they like you as a person, or if they're coming in your life because they can benefit off of you in some type of way. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And I've experienced that so many times. Like, whether it's someone trying to talk to me or someone trying to be my best friend, they just want to eat off of you. And you don't realize it because at the time it's like, oh, like, this is my bestie. Like, we're doing everything together. Like, I love you, whatever. But then they do some crazy shit to you and it's like, damn, like, you were never genuine.
I saw a clip online.
Oh, snap. Of me?
I saw a clip online.
Oh, my God.
You were talking about something to the likes of, like, you were dating a guy, a young man that cheated on you. And I think you said in the clip, matter of fact, you'll finish it, but he cheated on you a lot. Okay. Right? And did you say, I want to say this, please don't embarrass me if I say this wrong, but I think you said, like, your friend hooked up with him in your bedroom. Yeah. Yes. That's a traumatic experience.
It is. It was crazy.
How did you find out? You didn't like walk in and see that, right?
No. If I would have walked in, I would have. Oh my God! I don't know what I would have done.
I don't know what someone would do in that situation.
That's like
because that's a double betrayal.
No, for sure. It was crazy. When I found out.
And that's a best friend for how long?
I want to say like maybe like a year, or like she wasn't like childhood best friend, but like everyone on social media just labeled us as best friends, and like it was slowly becoming that because we were like, she lived with me. It was like we were around each other all the time. But previously to that, I met her through someone that I don't really mess with, and that like got mad that we were friends. And then like we started beefing with them to the point like we were making diss tracks and stuff like that. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about him. So like we go back to Detroit for, I think we went back to Detroit for his birthday. The ex-boyfriend. Okay. I went back for his birthday.
When you say we, she was with you.
She came with me.
Okay.
So she knows like, okay, this is, I mean, we weren't dating at the time, but like that was my ex, my first love, my first everything. Yeah. So
that usually means off limits.
Yeah.
Off limits.
For sure.
That's 100%
For sure off
Anytime
limits.
If it's an ex-boyfriend, I'm not talking about, I mean, some people share casualties, but if it has that label of like boyfriend, husband, fiance, it's usually typically a no-fly zone.
Yeah. Off limits for sure. So, then like Cinco de Mayo comes and she was about to go home. I should have just let the bitch go home. Oh my God. But I'm like, no, you should stay. Like, it's Cinco de Mayo. Like, my family's Mexican. Like, we're going to eat tacos and people are going to be drinking tequila. Like, yeah, you should stay. She ends up staying. And Cinco de Mayo night, I got into it with the boyfriend because he was texting a girl in my house. And I'm like, how are you going to be sitting next to me texting somebody? Like, what? Are you dumb? So he was texting the girl, whatever, and we got into it. And when I let my best friend at the time stay in my room because, like, you know, like you can have your privacy, whatever. You can have my room. So I was laying on the couch, and when I was asleep on the couch is when the whole thing happened. Mind you, there's a wall between me and my bedroom. So I'm sleeping on the couch, and I wake up to him crying in my face. And I'm just...
Crying in your face?
Yes, on his knees, like, boo-hooing. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm thinking he's crying because I just cussed him out.
Over this girl
Over the girl texting. Whole time, he was crying because he know that he just did something terrible, right? I don't find out until 2 weeks later. The girl comes to me and
What do you mean? Wait a minute. You didn't find out till 2 weeks later? You didn't ask him why he was crying?
No, because I didn't care. Like,
you was mad?
Yeah, like,
I'm
not
hilarious.
about to talk to you. What? I'm not talking to
so
you.
He was crying. You
I don't care
whatever.
Why you're crying.
Yeah.
You didn't care when I was crying.
You didn't know what he was crying about.
No.
So then what do you mean you found out 2 weeks later? What happened?
The girl had ended up telling me when we were out back in LA, and she was like, I have to tell you something. You're going to be mad. I'm like, what? Like, why am I going to be mad? She was like, you know, like, it involves someone you love. And I'm just thinking, I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, who is she? What is she about to say to me right now? But then she flips the story. I'm not going to say she flips the story. Her side of the story is that he came in the room and sexually assaulted her and put his private areas in her mouth. Mind you, she has braces. There's no way that somebody can just...
Yeah.
You're sleeping. She's sleeping, is what she says. And I'm like, what? I was so depressed, so bad, like throwing up every day. Like, it was just so bad. So she started
it with, like, I'm the victim.
Yeah.
Okay, so when do you find out the truth?
When I go back to Detroit and he knocks on my door at 2 a.m. and he tells me, like, no, this is what actually happened.
Did she come on to him? I'm just genuinely curious.
Yeah.
Of course, right?
Yeah, she did.
She's fired officially, right? She's officially fired and banned from the club, right?
Yeah, she's gone.
Okay. I would never be able to sign another contract again. We're in the age where you can, like, do everything independently now.
Yeah.
So are you leaning more towards independent now?
Yes. I'm not signing nothing unless it's life-changing. Like, I'm not going to sign anything unless I'm going to be straight for the rest of my life, and my grandkids are going to be straight for the rest of their life, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
And then how do you screen people for dating now? You're dating. You're in another relationship, aren't you?
Hold on. No, I'm not. I am not.
You better not be. I feel like if I were to date again, I would need, you know how when you go, well, you wouldn't know because you've been successful since you were a teeny bopper, but I would at least do reference checks. Like, you'd have to give me a couple ex-girlfriends' numbers. I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, no, that's crazy. You're toxic.
I'm totally, after everything you've been through?
No.
Nah, bro. We had to do some kind of background checks. Is that toxic or is that being extra cautious?
I think that's crazy. You do that?
No, I haven't done it. I'm still married.
Oh, how long have you been married?
Long enough to know that marriage is not what it is. Long enough to know that don't do it, ladies.
Okay, so don't get married. Can I see the salsa?
Yeah, I'm seeing you. See, you're making me sound like a what is it? A pessimist person. So you're out there dating. Okay, cool. You trust the world again. Okay.
No. That doesn't mean that. I don't trust everybody. Like, you know.
These tacos it's just really like, good.
Oh, do they? Mm-hmm. Oh, very. Thank you. I've dated since that relationship. Okay. Which I got cheated on too, but like everybody got talked to, I get cheated on.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the problem.
No, you're not. You know what? I'll tell you something I had to learn because my husband cheated. He cheated like nobody's business. Why'd you stay though? Huh?
Why'd you stay? Like
I'm a little no. No. If anything, I advise the younger you are, the least you should put up with. But I stayed because I have a daughter, and I believe in the old school family things.
Stay together for your kids.
Well, not in that, and I do love them, but I do realize that like when people cheat, it's usually them, not you. Because the women always think it's like maybe the girl's better, or maybe I did something, or maybe I wasn't. Most people that cheat are usually serial cheaters, and even if they are serial cheaters, it's up to them to change on their own time and own accord if they ever do. You know.
Yeah.
There's no perfect. You can never make a cheater not cheat. You know.
I just think all men cheat.
What does your dad say?
What about cheating?
Yeah.
I don't think he's never cheated on my mom.
But what
does he say? Like when I get cheated on?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even.
You don't talk to him about it?
No.
What?
My dad would go beat somebody up, like, and
That's
I still
hilarious.
love you. I don't want you to get beat up.
That's hilarious. All right, here. Why you only take one taco? Oh.
Well, because I gotta make sure it's good.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try these tacos, and
show your plate.
It's smoky in here. Okay, guys, look at these good tacos. She hooked me up.
The trench baby tacos.
There we go. All right, and we got the hug drinks. I'm gonna force Brooklyn to drink some of this. Brooklyn, by the way, I love your chain. Like, I need that chain.
Which one? That chain.
The Brooklyn chain.
Oh, thank you.
It's so nice. I want to get one with my name.
I'll let you know the jeweler.
Let me know. All right, here we go. Let's see.
Cheers. Wait, we gotta do a cheers.
Cheers. Oh, you could. They have the little puffiness in them. I love that. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. I'm never gonna eat corn tortillas again.
It's like.
It's perfect. So you put a lot of oil in it. You know what? These are good with tacos. You tripping. She was hanging on her own drink.
Listen, I used to drink these when I was little. Like, this will not be my choice of drink today, but, you know, that's what I grew up on.
These taco shells are amazing.
Yes. That's my Mexican side coming out.
Do you just do only vegetable oil, or do you do butter too?
Just vegetable oil.
Why?
I don't know. That's just how I learned how to do it.
Okay. These are too good. I'm so glad you made a bunch. Okay. All right. So now we know Brooklyn can cook, and she's still optimistic. I think to go counter what you said, I do think that a good percentage of men cheat. Mm-hmm. But I do think there's some people that don't.
No, yeah, for sure. But everyone I've dealt with cheated, so that's why I think that.
Well, so let's talk about your career.
Okay.
So what's on your goal list for your career? These tacos are so good, huh?
It's so
you want to take a eat break?
Yeah, let's just.
No one does it like that. Yeah. Because the way you did it was like a puffy pastry type. Yeah. Is that how your mom does it?
Yeah. Well, I learned from my aunt. That's how she does it.
That's the way to do it. I've seen people like lightly do it on each side. Mm-hmm. But I did not know you can get that like puffy pastry type. Yeah. It's so good. That must be how they make chalupas then, right?
Yeah. Or like, do you know what a tostada is?
Yeah.
Like we'll make a tostada like that as well. Like we'll just fry it a little bit hard, don't fold it, and then like put the beans, the meat, and like all the toppings. I was
thinking about the bowl. Tostada. Oh, that's a tostada bowl.
Oh yeah, like the taco shell bowl. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Best, hands down. I'm gonna make tacos like this. Probably send some pictures online.
Yes,
like, look.
You have to.
Have you ever done that with eggs and like breakfast stuff?
Actually, I have, but I made it like a tostada. Like it was flat.
Okay.
And then I would fry the tortilla and then just leave it in the pan, crack the egg on top and fry the egg so it like sticks to the tortilla. And then put like avocado and tomato, salt, and pepper. Try that.
I'm doing that.
Oh, and some lime juice.
With lime juice?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, it's so good.
Do you keep the egg runny or firm?
I guess it just depends on my mood.
So you don't flip it though? You don't flip the tortilla over?
No, I just would like take a spoon and like get the oil and like splash it on the egg to cook the top of the egg.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. But if you want it flat,
then
flip
it. So I put the tortilla down, fry it, and then put the egg on after I fried both sides. Mm-hmm. And then let it cook on the pot. Yeah. Avocado, seasoning, avocado, and a little bit lemon. Mm-hmm. That sounds amazing. All right.
It's amazing.
Okay, so you a cook. Okay, Brooklyn.
I am a chef.
One of the things I do want to talk about is I've gone to Detroit. Okay. And Detroit is...
Why were you there first before?
Because I told you the hubby.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So when I go to Detroit, it's I'm from New York. I live in LA. I'm used to big cities, a lot of progress. When I go to Detroit, it's always conflicting emotions for me because it's like house, bomb, house, bomb, neighborhood, bomb, house.
What do you mean bomb?
Meaning like a house that's been abandoned.
Oh, okay.
And I always wonder like how strong you have to be to get past that type of environment, like to look past it.
So where my mom grew up, it was like a little house on Stout. It's the name of the street. And back in the day, there was like all houses. Now, if we drive through there, if I took you, it would just look like a field of grass and then a house and then a field. Like all the houses are burned down, like gone. You know what I mean? My dad, he grew up on like the better side of the hood. So where it was like the all nice brick houses and stuff like that. But like I wasn't there enough to really experience that, like the abandoned houses and
but even in the nice neighborhoods. So like I've been to like Indian Head Village, or I don't know if you know where that is. It's like where it's like a nice. It's I don't know.
Okay.
But it's like a bunch of nice houses, maybe like 3 good blocks, and then outside of those 3 good blocks, it looks kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Are you saying that where you lived in Detroit, you didn't see the house field?
Yeah, no. Abandoned? I mean, I see it now, like when I ride through or like we go over there. But where I live, it's not like that.
I need to go where you live.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, the West Side is
the West Side. I'm gonna go.
The West Side is the best side. Like, no tea, no shade. Like the East Side, y'all are just the East Side. I always say East Side people, like, not even just the people, just East Side in general is just dirty.
Okay. Like, there's going to be a lot of people commenting on this.
No, and I say this all the time. It's like, the West Side is just better. Like, we are just that. But let somebody from anywhere else, like, not in Michigan, let somebody from anywhere else say anything about the West Side, then the East Side and the West, we come together.
Okay.
Let y'all say something about the East Side, we going to come together. So when it comes to Detroit, we join forces.
Yeah.
But when it's in Detroit, like, we like, no, the West Side. I just think the West Side's better. I got to take you over there.
Well, there's a lot of great things that come out of Detroit. Okay? There's a lot of great entrepreneurs that come out of Detroit. We've met a lot of great people out of Detroit.
Yeah, for sure.
Going back to this new documentary on Netflix called, what is it called? Bad Influence, I think. When you're a young influencer, did you feel a lot of pressure to post all the time and to constantly drop content all the time? Was there like a hidden pressure there?
No, because I enjoyed it. It didn't feel like, oh, you got to post this, you got to do this, you got to do that. Because I just like to post and give people what they want to see. So for me, it wasn't really that. Of course, like, my mom would be like, you didn't post your TikTok? Like, till this day, my mom, I probably a text on my phone right now, like, why didn't you post TikTok yet? Wow. But it's like, now it's my job. Like, I have to post TikTok. Even though I still enjoy it, you know, it's just work now, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Do you scroll on social media the way people that aren't influencers scroll on media or social media, or are you just looking to see what the responses are?
Oh, no, I'm on there like 24/7.
Really?
Like, if we're just hanging out, like, normal day, you're going to see me on my phone scrolling. Both phones in the hand. Scrolling.
Why do you have 2 phones?
Because I have recently just got a new one, but, like, I still have all my old stuff on the other phone. So, like, you know,
You didn't transfer it over?
I mean, I did, but, like, I don't want to get rid of my phone.
I never give out. You know what I do is I'll buy a new phone. I'll tell them to transfer it, and then I take my old phone and I keep the boxes of all the old phones. It sounds weird. And I just put it back in the box and I just shelve it, because sometimes I'll have like contacts in an old phone and they never transfer them over, or videos or pictures. So I just keep the old phone. I have like a little museum of phones in my house. It's like a little cabinet that just has like 1 million phones.
That sounds like hoarding, though.
It's not, because phones are like this big. They're like this big. But
wait,
like,
so
you're
telling
literally,
me...
you walk around with 2 phones.
Well, yeah, I need it.
No, you said you don't. What?
I need both of them. And then, like...
How am I hoarding when you need 2 phones and you're only one person?
Because I'm not keeping the phones and just leaving them in a box. I'm actually using them.
You are 19 now?
Yeah.
You've had at least 5 phones, okay?
Yeah.
So where are you putting the other phones?
I would, like, give them to my brother, and he would, like, get his phone turned on. I had the ex-boyfriend who cheated on me with my best friend. He didn't have a phone because he was from the East Side and broke. And I had to give him a phone.
And he was cheating on you?
Yeah. He was cheating on me with the phone that I gave him. Like, what? That's so crazy.
That's typical, though. That's typical. Hey, he was from the east side?
Yes.
See, maybe it's an east side Detroit thing.
It's an east side thing. I'm trying to tell you. It's really east side.
Okay. So what other things do you have going on that we should be looking forward to, Brooklyn?
Well, Girl Talk, of course. We drop every Wednesday, every week. Every Wednesday.
Are you independent or are you signed to iHeart or anybody?
No, are you talking about like the whole...
For the podcast.
We're with WME.
Mm-hmm. After everything that happened, do you feel like you're more starting to pay attention to the business side?
Of course. Like, I am getting older and want to know, like, the business behind everything. Like, I want to be looking at the contracts, even though I might not understand everything in it, but it's good for me to read it and try to understand. And if I don't understand, go look it up to figure out what it is, you know? Like, I'm getting older to the point, my mom's not always going to be by my side. I need to learn how to do everything on my own.
Yeah,
you know?
But you don't ever sign a contract without her semi-glancing at it now, do you?
Oh, yeah, no. There's always a lawyer and her looking at it.
Okay, good.
And then we'll have, like, someone else who we know, like, knows business, look over it to make sure. You know, like, we're very careful now.
Okay.
Very careful.
And all accounts now lead to you?
Yeah.
I would imagine. Good job. Okay.
We're doing good.
We're doing good, Brooklyn.
We're doing good. But, yeah.
I only say that because hearing your story, it's very scary. But it's very real. It happens to a lot of people, you know? But your success was also monumental. So to not be able to capitalize off that is kind of sucky.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Now, sorry. What else are we talking about? Any tours in the works? Music?
No tours right now. Music for sure. I've been working on a lot of new music, which should be coming out very soon. We're just trying to figure out like what song is the best next song to put out. I recently just got done filming a TV series.
Okay.
So that's exciting. It's called Southwest. And it's a show based on a high school in Detroit. And the producers are Jalen Rose, Dennis Reed, and Ty Mopkins. They're all from Detroit. Jalen Rose is a former basketball player, which you probably know. But he's in the show, and I play his daughter in the show. Okay. I can't tell you, like, exactly, like, the whole plot of the series, but I think it's going to be, like, one of the biggest TV shows out.
When is it releasing?
Not sure. We didn't even, like, this, I'm really letting it all be known right now. Like, okay. You know? So, we don't know when exactly it's coming out yet, but you will be seeing more of it. Like, I'll be dropping a trailer soon.
Okay. And you like acting?
I love acting.
Do you like music more than acting or acting more than music?
I like music more than acting.
Okay, I figured. Music's your first love.
It is.
Okay. All right. Any advice would you give to anybody coming up in the game on just the young person side?
Don't trust everybody. Do not trust everybody, y'all. I would say follow your dream and don't let anyone get in the way of your dream. Don't let anyone tell you differently about yourself. If you know, like I can do this, I believe in myself, then you can do it. Don't let anyone try to stop you. And that's what I say.
With those first managers, they 100% believed in you. Do you think that the power is what changed the dynamic of that relationship, or do you think that they were like that from the jump?
I believe that they could have been like that from the jump and just had a mask over it, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Because I just feel like if you can do somebody dirty, you've always just been that type of person to just do somebody dirty. Yep. You know? Yeah. Like, nothing changes.
That. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, if I see you act a certain way with somebody, if I see people talk behind people's back, one, I have a rule. I have to exit the conversation because I don't want to be a part of the problem of it. Yeah. But two, I always feel like, okay, if that's how you talk about other people, then you talk about me like that. Yeah. So I've always been like that since I was younger. I see somebody doing that, I'm like, oh, that's how they moving. That's how they move. Okay. I know I'm not above it. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Eating While Broke. This is girl Brooklyn Queen, and we're signing out.
Bye.
Peace out.